Hey, what's up? Today is Tuesday, the 17th of September. I've just completed my 22nd and my 23rd flight. And guess what? The 22nd flight was my first solo. But let's talk about that more on the drive home. Apologies again for the sound in this video. Going to have to kind of be like this for the next couple of debriefs until I can get this AC sorted out with. But yep, big day today. Big day. Completing that first solo. Don't know how else to describe it. I was very fortunate to get it on video as well, so look out for that. I did mention I had a very nice, interesting idea for the video, so just look out for that whenever that drops. But again, I'm just so grateful for the opportunities I've had to be able to solo as quickly as I have in 20-something hours. It's truly a blessing, and I'm just grateful for each and every second I've been able to spend in that plane. I really am. So coming into it today, it was just like the progress check. It's like there's a lot of underlying nerves, but at the same time, it's not. I'm not shaking or anything. However, I feel like most of that is just the amount of mental prep you do ahead of time. If I waited until today to make sure I was ready, then it could have been a lot worse in terms of nerves. And the best way I could put it is how my instructor put it. I already proved myself to him. I already proved myself to the chief instructor. All that was left was to prove myself to myself, and then actually believe I had the capabilities to do everything I've already been doing. So when I did that now, everything, it really was like second nature after a while. Just like when you drive a car by yourself for the first time, or when you do anything by yourself for the first time, there's a lot of fear with it because there won't be anybody to correct you or anybody to save you. It's going to ultimately be your decision. However, that's just a part of it. Feeling that amount of pressure is a privilege because it forces us to also step up to the challenge and, perform. And thanks be to God, I was able to do exactly what was asked of me today. And again, I'm very grateful. Father above, thank you once more for another milestone in this journey, Father. Thank you. But yep, I actually found out I had a second flight after I soloed. So that I wasn't even expecting to have two flights today. However, first time for everything, I guess. 2 flights in one day. What else could you ask for? Now, the prerequisite to having this solo happen today was I had to fly with my instructor one time, and if it was the standard, he would hop out and I would continue. And he did just that. I put in a good first landing. He then pulled us off right before I re-entered the runway. He hopped out, and then it was just me. And there's a lot of I don't know how to describe it. There's just a lot when he closes that door and you notice that there's nobody else with you in the plane right now. His window isn't open because, of course, it would be a real hassle for you to lock the opposite window each time. And it was just letting it actually sink in and realizing, yep, it's me and God alone right now. Me and God alone. I couldn't make it get to me though. I had to just remember what I was out there to do and carry on. That's all I had to do. That's all I had to do, and I praise be to God once more. I was able to do just that. Able to do exactly just that. Entering the runway to backtrack for the first time alone. Turning around at the end of the runway to line back up for the first time alone. Putting in takeoff power. Ensuring there's takeoff power, ensuring we have good oil pressure and oil temps, and then ensuring the runway is clear, releasing the brakes, building up airspeed, getting to the rotation, and pulling back for the first time, leaving ground effect for the first time all by myself. It was really surreal. I wasn't literally holding my breath, but coming back in again and completing the first out of 3 landings, it was like amazing. It was amazing. After I taxied off and did my after landing check, not even after I taxied off, after I touched down, when I touched down and got the aircraft down onto a controllable speed, it was just everything at once. I was beating my chest, saying, "Come on, man, yo." It was really a surreal experience I'm not going to forget. Now the second landing out of the 3, it was the worst in my opinion. It was a little off center line, and the touchdown, although it was smooth, I didn't feel I had as much control over it as the first and third landing. However, I couldn't really make that, dwell. I couldn't dwell on that for too long because I still had one more landing to do. And just like every other landing I've done so far, I had to just apply the knowledge I had, know what went wrong the first time, and just make sure it didn't happen again, just correct for it on the next landing. And I did just that, and the third landing was very good. And then after the third landing, I could see my instructor making his way back to the hangar that the school uses. And when he marshaled me in and I shut down the engine, that was really when I felt the everything just being eased off. That's when I could, properly breathe again. Just knowing that after I took out the ignition key and turned off the master switch, that hey, I just flew this plane by myself for 3 takeoffs and 3 landings. It was the weight of the milestone set in. And not to forget the ceremonial cutting of the shirt. My instructor really did not leave any shirt behind. He made sure he cut off the entire backside of the shirt. And I mean, it's just like the runway. You pay to use the runway, you use the whole runway. You pay for the uniform, you make sure you use the whole uniform. I'm even smiling about it, looking back on it now. It's just something I'm so proud I was able to achieve. Something I'm so grateful I had the opportunity to pursue in the first place. And it's just a very nice feeling. However, it's never over. The work is never over. Because my instructor said, "Hey, we're flying again at 1 o'clock." I'm like, "Oh, wait, we are?" And then I checked my phone and I saw the extra booking. I just thought it was going to be the solo today, so that's kind of on me for just not checking again. But yeah, there were 2 bookings today. It was originally supposed to be cross country to Ian Fleming instead of Vernon Field. However, once again, the weather did not hold out for our time of day. So what we had to do instead, we went out to Bushy Park, which is en route to Vernon Field. We went out to there and we did some ground reference maneuvers such as S-turns and points around the turn. The wind was really strong at that time of day, so I had to not necessarily struggle, but it would have been a lot easier to perform the points around the turn for sure. It would have been a lot easier to perform that in calmer winds. However, still taking it, as the days go, every flight is a learning experience. Every second between a flight is a chance to learn even more. So I have to take advantage of that, really and truly. Let me know what you think about this landscape angle. I might start using it because other than my leg right there, it seems to be a pretty good angle. You get to see me properly. There's no more what's what it is. I think it was a gear stick that would cut my face out sometimes. And it's also, landscape, so people can watch it on their desktop devices and not have to just focus on the little portrait. So yeah, let me know what you think about this landscape angle. I might use it more after. Until of course I can just get a dashboard mount, and then I just take the phone on top of that. On the way back from the ground reference maneuvers now, I once again went under the foggles for around 0.2 of an hour. So that was fun again, just learning how gentle you have to be when controlling the aircraft sometimes, and to just rely on the instruments. That's really the point of it, because in the event that there is an issue, I need to be able to pick it up. And then for the landing today was different. We did a soft field landing, so we also begun briefing, and now we're going to start practicing doing soft field and short field maneuvers, being the takeoffs and landings. So the soft field landing is in the event that you have to land at somewhere with a soft surface. Like if you had to land in mud, if you perform a regular landing, there's a chance that the plane would dig into the ground with the nose wheel, and then with that amount of force still going over, it will just turn over. We don't want that. So what the soft field landing does, it ensures that you keep the nose up for as long as possible, and also that you touch down as softly as possible, because again, we're working with a very soft surface like mud, so the faster we touch down, that's just more inertia than we need going into the ground. We want to be kissing the ground for as long as possible, barely making any friction. So I was able to perform the landing. I have to get used to it because it's like you're putting the plane in a wheelie. You're having the plane wheelie all across the runway until you get to a slow enough speed where you can gently lower it down now. But it was fun. I'm looking forward to performing soft field takeoffs, short field takeoffs, and short field landings as well. But for now, I'm just going to take it day by day. Once again, I'm very grateful for where I've gotten so far. But it's just getting started. There's plenty of more to go. I think I'm around 26 hours in. And guess what? Even after I get to 40 hours, there's still the 200 to get a commercial, or 250 in some places. And then after that, that's 1,500 for an airline transport license in the US. So you have to just keep on pushing. The work never ends. It never ends. But if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of content, if you like hearing me talk about becoming a pilot in Jamaica, if you like seeing the footage of me being a pilot in Jamaica, just subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the video if you liked it as well. If you have any feedback, let me know in the comments. Please let me know in the comments. I want to always improve the videos whenever possible, wherever possible, so let me know. Other than that, my name has been Robert Watson. Remember to always be improving. I'll see you again very soon. God bless.
Yeah. I only tell you the truth. I ain't got nothing to lose. Yeah, I gave my life to God and I'm still ballin'. Ain't nobody that can tell me I ain't all in. Late at night I hear the devil steady calling me. That's when I pray to the Father that He give me strength to fight these monsters.